This broadcast of As the Wasteland Burns was brought to you by Galaxy News Radio and our sponsor, Set Vaultec. Better living underground.
Got plugs.
Hey folks, welcome back to another episode As the Wasteland Burns. Our group had split up for a bit to explore the Mew 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 complex. After talking with a person who claims to be a direct descendant of Joe, the person
AI
for
who claims to be a direct descendant. You got the AI bit. Sorry.
That's okay. So, and they've learned that the daughters of the, we'll call them the overseer of this this facility, somewhere to the south of them, they've been taken by the raiders, the cannibals that hit this place, overwhelmed the defenses, and made it inside. They've learned that the vultures can be good guys, can be bad guys, depending on what side of the gun barrel they're on. That they were former or descendants of former military personnel from this area who have taken to the life of being mercenaries. Right now, the group, I have it on this map right now, but Snake is in the overseer's office, and the rest of the group is up in the control room. They've gathered the information about where the girls may be, the approximate location coordinates that Sam has put into his Pip-Boy. They also have the approximate coordinates of where a location called the Annex is. Not much more has been said above and beyond.
Yep. We also know that, we don't know that. Snake knows that the facility is about to self-destruct. Does Snake choose to tell the rest of us about to self-destruct?
Right now, Snake is wondering if he should take the phone with him.
Okay.
I mean, there's always that possibility. But yeah, so what? I negotiated out 5 minutes before. Was it 5 minutes before self-destruct?
About that.
Well, I thought he was about to give us an hour, wasn't he?
Longer than 5 minutes, wasn't
You
it?
negotiated.
Yeah, it was 5 minutes. So yes, you do. You have longer than an hour.
Oh.
Well, you had longer than an hour. Time is.
Yeah, Snake wanted to use and thought an hour was adequate to loot this place.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
So
the only spot that you guys told where there may be additional gear was if you look on the map that we're on, that crate that's in the room full of the waste barrels.
Yeah, how are we supposed to get over there? Is there a way over there?
I mean, do we even want to? I mean, there's waste barrels there.
Oh, right, over through here.
Yeah, I already tried that room and said nope.
Oh, yeah, because there's radiation. You refuse to go anywhere where there's radiation.
Well, I mean, I know the feeling well. I don't need to look at a whole bunch of fans.
Yes, but you're in a full suit. That should give you decent protection.
And then the elevator here led to the surface, which would put you in a spot away from the gun turrets.
Well,
the
then
laser
that's probably
turrets.
where we should be headed.
So do you guys want to come and find me, or should I just kind of meander my way out? Because
I mean, as far as we know, we don't even know this place is about to go up.
Is this a rhetorical question? Let me check with the Wintern. I'll be right back.
So you guys, what should we do?
Well, there's nothing more to glean, for at least for you, Sam, from what you can see from the various computers that are up there. They're the terminals are still recording some data like that, that's available, but there's nothing current, if you will. There's no other locations to pull up. The systems are dedicated to a specific thing, so there's no getting around that. You guys have looted the area upstairs.
We should probably head back down and
Switch over to the control.
yeah, we should probably head back down and reconnoiter with Snake. That's a word he doesn't know. Oh.
You're just saying that over in the corner? Reconnoiter.
He's like, oh,
Reconnoiter.
oh yeah, reconnoiter. Oh yeah,
Reconnoiter. Yeah, we're gonna reconnoiter.
In the
all
corner
over.
groaning.
We're gonna reconnoiter so hard. Reconnoiter.
With the pickup line.
I'm gonna come over and reconnoiter all over you. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah,
leave.
yeah, yeah.
I'm taking Sally Sue with me.
Thank the Lord.
Okay, so you guys begin
Let's go
the
downstairs.
long trudge downstairs. It's about 15
Running faster.
you make your way back down to the first floor. You can see that the sun, there's more cloud, shadow and everything. The sun, it's getting later in the day. It's still it's not quite evening. So let's say late afternoon. Back over to the. You can look out. So from the first floor, when you come back down, looking around, you look out into the courtyard of the Mew 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 complex. The smoldering remains of several ghouls that have been cut down. Getting as close as you possibly can to the edge and looking out. Turret is about the size of a refrigerator, and it's mounted high up on the wall right above you. And you can see it just lazily just rotating back and forth. So that heading out would be not a good way to go. Switching back over, so you trundle back down, come back out the stairs, and you find yourself where you are now. Snake, you've had probably close to half an hour before the group actually gets back down to you. Been gone. So where do you like to go if there's anywhere else other than the area that you refuse to go into? You've explored everywhere else.
Yeah, I'll look at C2 and I'll say, I guess they were up there and they weren't doing anything horrible, but we probably ought to go and find them.
Okay.
And so C2 and
Mark.
I'll start heading out.
So
And-
you guys kind of bump into each other in the hall because eventually I'm going to move you, Snake. So you guys are with Calypso leading the way. You're heading down the corridor. If everybody's coming out, and you see just Snake just ambling down the hallway towards you.
Hi.
I wave. What'd you find?
Well, I've talked with someone on the phone.
What was it, Joe?
Well, we role played. He seemed to know who you all were.
Yes, because we also spoke with someone. His name was Joe.
Huh.
Did Joe tell you anything interesting?
Well, this place is gonna blow up soon.
You couldn't have led with that.
Well, we were role playing. We started that first.
Did Joe have to tell you what the fastest way out
He
of
was
this
the
place
prison
is?
warden.
Because we still
Daughter.
have
I
to
was the escaped convict.
pick up the Brahmin.
Why would I ask him that? We made it in here. We know how to get out.
For the love of God. This way, or do we actually go here and get the elevator?
Should we
Yes,
ask him
I'm
how much
assuming
time
he-
we have?
because I'm assuming that the only person who knows that this is down here is Snake.
Oh, I look at the watch I don't have and I say we've got plenty of time.
Helpful.
Very helpful.
So yes, from where you're at right now,
we should just stay down here for about half an hour. Yeah.
the warm glow keep me so warm in the cold nights.
Exactly. Well, just the worst thing that can happen is we turn into ghouls.
We still have to hang out if we were all ghouls. We split.
Well, now you can now you can use the all the knowledge that Sam's been accumulating about ghouls.
Yeah, we can.
Exactly my reason would be for leaving.
You know, I always have wondered who would go feral first.
Let's be honest. it'd probably
Definitely
be
Sam.
It would be, or no, we would be Saval from having to deal with the rest of us. There we go.
Nobody really knows what Sally Sue looks like, so she could already be a ghoul.
Mhm.
Sally? Is this true?
Yes,
Are you a ghoul?
But you,
of course.
the group does have two choices as they're standing there discussing this. They can head back to the elevator down to the lower level, head back out through the tunnel system, which would take you up between the two.
I'd rather not go. Have to run away from the turret because that thing is scary. So, is there another way out that Joe told you about?
Well, no.
Okay, never mind. We're going out the long way.
We've got time.
Because I'm assuming Joe told you about this way, right?
What?
But
No.
because you don't want to pass through this door, we're not going to use it.
Right. It's blocked out of my mind.
Even though that one could potentially get us out sooner before this place goes up.
We have plenty of time.
You don't know how much time we have. I say we go through. I don't know about
You
it, so
can.
I can't do it.
You guys, you know you have time. You just don't know how much. You have.
Yeah,
figure
but
you have.
we also don't know that this place exists or that there's an elevator that goes back to the surface because someone doesn't want to tell.
I don't really know much about it over there anyway. Besides, like I said, there's radiation over there.
A little bit of radiation is better than being in this place when it goes nuclear.
I mean, that's still radiation.
Sam and Steak Show.
Okay, we're leaving this way.
Okay. You guys hop back into the elevator.
Yeah, because Snake won't tell us anything else.
I think I told you everything.
So we have to go this way
Yeah, everything relevant.
because we have no knowledge of anything else.
Yeah. I mean, there's a pool over there.
We know about the pool. You've told us about the pool. But what we need is to go into this room to get out using this elevator.
Yeah, I've already given you the highlights. We're good.
Exactly. Yeah, you haven't told us that elevator exists
Yeah.
because there's radiation.
Yeah.
So we're leaving
Yeah.
this way.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Elevator rumbles and begins to take you back down to connecting tunnel that you.
Yeah. Let's try to get out of this place as quickly as possible. We still got to pick up the Brahmin before it goes nuclear.
Alrighty.
You guys hustle down the thing back into the tunnels underneath, and we back over to.
Now we got to run.
Okay, so you, who's going first out? I guess
Snake.
is the first.
Eh.
Okay, Snake's
Okay.
going out first. So Snake, you've been asked to go out first.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, Snake should go out last, so that way he gets hit in the back while we're all running away.
Just go Snake.
Well,
he's on the front.
Yeah, I'll go first.
Yeah. Now we all stay down here and we wait a few minutes.
Everybody run back the other way. Go to pace where Snake didn't want to go. So
And then I'm going to drape on
where
my
is that?
back. I have some armor around. Where is it? Oh yeah, okay. I have a single leather leg piece. It's treated and cushioned. It's 450. I'm just gonna kind of drape it over my back, kind of like a cape.
Okay.
How big do you think this leg is?
Huh?
How big do you think this leg piece is?
The length of the leg.
I mean, enough to be like a small cape.
No. That's not what leather armor looks like in Fallout.
Yeah,
Okay, fine. Okay. I'll look silly. You look ridiculous. As he drapes over his tiny cape and goes up.
exactly.
Well, it's kind of cold, so I actually have a blanket draped around me, but I'm wearing one of my flannel shirts that I bought myself. And
Is it like a cape?
no, it's more like a big blanket. So
Oh.
Okay. Cozy.
but yeah, nothing fancy today. It's just chilly in the house. Old, and I'm being chased by wolves.
Are you Little Red Riding Hood?
God no.
Okay, just make sure.
Okay, so you pop up out and you're looking. The you pop so climb up, take a quick look back towards the turrets. The turrets aren't facing your direction, and you begin to run. I'm going to move Miss Gray and Sally Sue out of the way. Full flat out move will get you away.
Okay.
Okay, so two turrets open up on you. Something to
Alrighty.
gotta roll a hit first. So first one
Miss.
misses.
Who's it firing at? Snake?
Take it. Second one does hit you.
Dodging and weaving. Dodging and weaving.
4 piercing, 4, 5, 6, 7 points of damage to your head.
I didn't sound like there was much up there, anyways.
I assume my cape doesn't help me out here.
No, not for that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Thinking this could be like a savant moment.
All right. How many points of damage was that?
So 4 points will punch through your armor, and a total of 7 points of damage after armor's been bypassed.
This is energy, right?
This is energy, yes.
Okay, so I have 8 points total. You said 4 piercing and 7, so I would take 3 points of damage.
Correct. 8. You're able to safely get away, or get out of the way, I should. No.
Okay.
If nobody volunteers, Sam will go second.
Okay. Sam, you head up. Only one of them engages with you. Does hit.
Ouch.
Location is your right leg.
Why is it always the leg?
3 points of piercing and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 points of damage.
3 points piercing. No, it does nothing.
Well,
Who's
it's
next?
inevitable. I guess I'll go.
Climbing the ladder. See that the turrets are glaring in your general direction. Only one of them, is fast enough to, as you rolling down away from them. Okay. Does hit. Complication. Main torso. 3 points of piercing and 7 points of damage.
Okay, so I have 5 points of damage.
You okay? So you make it down to Saval, or not? Sorry, to Sam and Snake. You're at the, and I'll move Snake. You guys are here. You see Sally Sue come racing down to you, and she's doubled over. You can tell, you can figure she's probably breathing heavy. Up until the point in time that she actually just tips over to the side and collapses there.
I'm going to quickly drag her out of the way.
You're pulling her out of the way. You can see she's leaving a bit of a blood trail behind her.
Oh,
That's not good.
I always wanted to do this. I have a diluted stim pack.
Okay.
And
Yamming in
I
her eyeball.
I want a stabby. Sally Sue.
Yeah, Sam's getting out some bandages and everything to treat the wound, and then Snake just stabs her with a stim pack.
Okay, so you jam that into her chest. It gets deflected off of a cap.
That's great.
It's amazing.
Driving it into her lower thigh before it finally comes to a rest. So yeah, everywhere you try to stab, it just keeps hitting caps.
What the hell?
and then Sam's got some gauze out. And he's applying pressure. He's looking at Snake and telling him, "Are you stupid or no? Why am I asking that? Of course you're stupid."
So here I'm getting stabbed in my chest repeatedly.
Yeah, and Sam's just applying pressure and yelling at Snake.
Oh, fortunately, you have cap armor, so it's not as bad as it sounds.
Well, Snake, you don't hear anything. So Sam, you could be yelling at him to your heart's content. There's no, he's not. You just think he's being Snake, but there seems to be no reply whatsoever coming from Snake.
Okay.
So Saval and Miss Gray.
I'm sure everybody else can hear me yelling at him.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Awesome.
Val, do you want to go so you can go help Sally Sue?
Okay, so Saval, you pop up the. Oops, sorry, what happened there? That turret there at the end is a flaming wreck.
Well,
You can just see sparks and plumes of gouts of fire just pouring out of it. Turrets swing to engage you. I still have to roll. Both turrets fire on you.
Ugh.
And both miss.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
Some good dodging and weaving.
And then finally, do you signal back to Miss Gray? Okay. So you get down. You see Sally Sue laying flat on her back. Snake is standing there holding a sharp metal object in her hand. Sam is obviously gesturing towards Snake, and Snake's just holding the metal object in his hand, and he's just like a small pool of blood underneath her.
I've been applying pressure.
Oh no, you are. But the laser went through one side and out the other. So yes,
Oh,
you're providing. You are keeping her from bleeding out, and Snake managed to prevent the wound from doing further damage, and then Miss Gray. You pop your head up. You can see that two of the turrets are trying to rotate to engage. The third turret is slowly melting down. The barrels have drooped towards the ground. You can see that the evil red beam that was there before has flickered and gone out.
Okay.
Both of those fire on you.
Whoa.
Uh-oh.
boom.
Okay. Does hit. Torso.
Ooh.
Oh,
Ooh.
really? Ouch.
4 points of piercing.
Okay.
6, and 12 points of damage
Oh
Okay.
my goodness.
to your torso.
So my armor's 11. This is physical, right?
Energy.
My energy resistance 13 on my torso.
Okay, so 4 points bypasses that.
Okay.
So that means it goes from a 13 to a 9, and
Okay.
then 11 points comes off of that 9, so 2 points gets through.
It's not bad.
You all hear another audible boom, or you hear a audible boom. Looking back, Miss Gray, you can see another one of the turrets has exploded.
We know why they're exploding?
Because so
Age.
it's not part of this. Oh.
Oh, okay.
200-year-old technology, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Not
It-
like they've been tampered with. Okay.
No.
They'll all explode soon anyway.
Yeah, and on that note, we should probably go get the Brahmin.
You can see everybody gathered around Sally Sue. They utilize stim pack is laying there. Saval is attempting to bandage her up. Sally, you feel perfectly fine. You can't you just are enjoying the attention right now.
Yeah.
In the Stimpack sticking out of her leg.
I wave.
Okay. So, they help you up. Okay. So you look for the stim pack and it's laying on the ground. So you're not sure what's sticking out of her leg right now.
Yeah.
You're like,
I
oh, geez, oh, that shouldn't be like that.
I could have sworn you said it was in her thigh or something.
He did. He stabbed her into the thigh. When Saval got there, Snake was holding the empty stim pack in his hand, and we're applying the pressure on the wound. When Miss Gray arrived, it was on the ground, and everybody was gathered around Sally Sue.
Okay.
Hmm.
Reach up to my bosom to make sure all my caps are still there.
You have to do a little adjustment, but you take you a little bit of time. So you're gonna have to just trust in yourself. Have faith. Trust in the awesomeness of Sally Sue, that everything's still there.
Okay.
Make the mad scramble to get to the Brahmin. Both of them are, milked out and good and plenty are there, fat, dumb, and happy, chewing on their cud, just looking around, moo.
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 So taking as quickly as you possibly can to pack them. One of you, doesn't matter whoever has the best roll, make me a Make me a survival strength roll.
Oh, I got this.
Oh god, this is gonna be.
2, probably.
God, really? It's like one of my best rolls.
So you guys get everything loaded on.
Can I make a roll?
Sure.
Survival strength. Seriously.
Oh, I didn't see Gray do it.
That's okay.
And that's a ball.
Saval's like, let me handle this, you strong, strapping young man. Sally Sue's like, my hero.
Hooray!
We're at max action points again, by the way.
Cool. Okay. Yeah. So you realize that after they strapped everything on, you probably would have gone about 5 feet, and everything would have been back off again. So between the three of you going through and double and triple checking knots and so forth, you managed to ensure that none of your ill-gotten gains will be lost as you guys leave.
Still gotten. Ugh.
The question is, which exit are you going out of, and where are you going in the immediate future?
I say we find the girls, but
Well, no. You want to get away from this before it goes boom.
where are we
So-
now with the Brahmin then?
Yes. So I'm going to switch over to the macro map. Okay. Right now, you guys are where the dot is.
I meant on the other map. Where are we? Because we got the Brahmin now.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm
and
sorry.
you said which direction to leave this place.
Oh, my bad.
It was a
So
philosophical
let's go back to
question.
the other map. And you guys are, I'll use Sally Sue as the representative. You guys are right here.
Okay, then south entrance is probably the best way to get out.
Okay. So you guys head that way, manhandling the some of the barricade, rickety remnants of the gate out of the way. You head out, and apparently there's a small army of Sams appearing on the map.
It's the end.
I was wondering when
Oh,
someone was going to notice those.
It's like oh my god, they managed to perfect cloning, and they're cloning Sams. We're doomed.
Gary,
Yes.
Gary.
Gary. So,
We're just playing patty cake. Don't worry about
Sam
it.
turns.
so you begin to head out. You only get a short distance away when you can all feel the ground shake.
Well, that's not good.
And you feel you're only maybe 5 minutes, 10 at the most, away from the complex. Excuse me. For Saval, who says, "No, I'm going to stay behind, and I'm going to see what's here."
Smoking crater radiation. Fun. Great for the skin.
It's good.
It's
It gives you
exfoliating.
it gives you that healthy after death glow.
Yeah, just don't just ignore the flesh sloughing off your body and the lack of nose.
Yeah.
You'll be fine.
But other than that, I need everybody to roll me an athletics
no.
agility.
Oh boy. Yeah, a little better.
Stay on your feet.
Once more. Paul's doing cartwheels.
Yes, Saval's like you can watch some of the asphalt on the road start to accordion together, like almost like and then pull apart like taffy. And Saval's just like kind of like riding the wave in. He's kind of on his little boogie board and he's surfing it in. The rest of you are able to maintain your footing, but for at least Sam, Saval, or Sam, Snake, and Sally, you have to take a knee, so to speak, to keep yourselves from just toppling over. Watch, and looking back, you watch the entire facility kind of heave up. You can hear even over the muffling, from your helmets and everything like that. The sound muffling that's in there. You can hear the cracking of the structures. Plumes of black and gray smoke just tear into the air, and there's silence, and then the land lets out an audible groan as everything kind of just collapses in upon itself.
What does the Geiger counter say?
It is chirping like it's New Year's Eve.
Let's get away from this place.
This will be and I'll put the new crater. Look here, there already is a crater near Mew Mew Mew. That is now Mew 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 is now its own crater. The group makes it away before the fallout begins to fall out, and you find yourself looking as light begins to overtake you. A new glow, the immediate area.
Well, that's another place we can never go back to. I concur.
On the upshot, we had plenty of time.
Somebody smack him. You know what? Don't bother. I'll smack him.
Pencil.
So, looking around, you guys are. I'll grab the dot. You guys are now. Can somebody else grab the dot and put it down by where it says Mew Mew Mew? I can't grab the dot.
I made the dot and I can't grab the dot.
Yeah, I can't grab it either.
Get rid of it. If I can delete it. Nope.
Nope.
Oh.
Look at the map.
It's the
But the
end of
dot
the
is still
world
there.
as we know it, but we feel fine.
We blew up the world.
Yeah, it seems about right.
So apparently the dot outlasted everybody. Oh wow. Okay. Please excuse the technical difficulties, and the giant Indian comes up on the screen. Whee! Let's see. This one.
Giant Indian, why is it not Volt Boy? Oh boy.
Slack.
No in Slack, not on.
Okay. Now we're back without the pip being there.
Boom. Yeah.
You guys are down where the words Mew 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 Cog says.
Okay, so let's go real quick. Outline was green. Innards were blue.
That downside.
And it was
Or at least you can
lips.
drag it around.
There we go.
There we go.
Lip is
Okay,
back.
let's see if I can. There you go. Cool. Okay, so you guys are there. So you have choices at this point in time. And continue to the powder monks like you were planning.
I think we have to go save the little girls because that's kind of a time crunch.
It is, but just because everybody could say one thing and do something else. People are people. Okay, so
Sam
we're
tries to be a
about
better
to.
person. Better than Snake, at least.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm in favor of going and saving the girls too.
Yep.
Okay.
I am wearing a cape after all.
Just gonna get Titan lace on that, so that way it's
Yes, he has what looks like it's looks like a leg from like a leather chap, with some strips of metal, kind of like taped, not taped. That wouldn't be kind of woven into the metal, and it's bouncing off of his back. More like a giant sock, or like kind of like a wind sock would be at like an old airfield.
It
To
looks
him,
ridiculous.
but to him, he feels he is regal.
He
Yeah.
feels like Superman. Got it.
He does.
Yes. Stand clear. Am stupid.
But now I will give credit what credit's due, because yes, doing something like that, it's no different than taking one of those ballistic, as you saw, like in what was it, a Predator 2, where he took the bulletproof vest and threw it over the car door, or if anybody watched the one thing for Secret Level for um, on Amazon Prime, where there was a firefight in the city, and they threw ballistic nylon a tarp over the door to absorb the gunfire. So I'll give credit what credit's due.
That's the intention. The
Oh,
execution
that's the
is
intention, and in
horrific.
his mind, you're absolutely correct. He's in his mind, he has this massive, armor plate on his back. Granted, it's something that's a little bit bigger than your thigh.
In his mind, he is better armed and armored than Titus. In reality, he is the lowliest guardsman, about to get squished under a Titan's foot.
You'll be fine.
I think Phoenix has got it.
I'd rather
got it
have
to a T.
Cap's armor.
Yeah, got it to a T.
And Sally Sue probably has enough caps in her bosom to act as armor.
I did.
Well, it deflected a stim pack, but it can't deflect a bullet. We don't
Give
know.
me time.
Well,
I'll add more.
give her time.
It deflected Snake.
Okay, I'll give you that.
That's the best kind of armor.
So, group is beginning the trek south. How far do you wish to travel before you want to break for the evening?
I at least want the Pip-Boy to stop chirping at us.
Okay.
Because it's probably not a good idea to sleep when it's that active.
No, not if you want to have children someday. So, Sam, since you have a Pip-Boy, more so than the Geiger counter, you're able to determine that it is well after midnight before you actually get to the point where you can actually safely stop.
Is there anything that we can spot in the immediate vicinity, or are we just
No.
in an open area?
Yeah, you are following the old road. There is nothing usable, or I shouldn't. There's no cover. You can probably find some small hills. You kind of like you did before, where you threw the tarp up between, two locations and kind of tacked it down, so to speak.
Yeah, that's probably what we'll end up doing.
Yeah, that's about your only choice.
Yeah.
You do see a faint glow in the distance.
Where we were.
Where you were, yep. You can see a lot of space sparklies and so forth, kind of like drifting in the air like fireflies.
It looks like the scene after Chernobyl, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yep.
You got a nice, glow going on. I'm gonna go to. Okay. Who would like to roll the 6-sider for breakfast?
Not me. I have terrible luck with these things.
Yeah, I did the last one.
I got it.
Okay.
Okay.
So everybody gains
Three
for this
temporary hit
particular scene
points.
for remainder of the day, for remainder of this session, three temporary hit points. If you take any damage, you'll burn those off first. You're feeling pretty good. Sally, you don't get 3 temporary hit points, but you'll heal 3 hit points because of that.
How should we represent temporary hit points on the sheet?
So if you look at your character, now, do I still have that one open? No, I closed that out. Give me one moment. Character.
I just added extra health points to my current.
I just do
Yeah,
3.
just where it says current on your on their health points, just increase that by 3.
Okay, all right.
And then I'll remind everybody to put your hip at the end of the night. I'll remind everybody to put your current back to
Except
back
for
to
me,
what you're
right?
at.
Okay.
Except for you. Yeah, you got the points back. I will switch the map now. You begin your travel south. Miss Gray, this is familiar terrain but unexpected territory. So
Okay.
your Pathfinder ability will play a role. You just may have to end up making a couple more rolls than what you would normally be used to,
Okay.
as you're
Do
learning the lay of the land again. If
you want me to make my first one?
yeah, go ahead, make your first one, and then I will put you guys. Now you begin trudging south, past Oakallville, or out of the territory where Oakallville would be. You're still following the roads. Occasionally you pass the bleached bones of a Brahmin, or the twisted metal skeleton of a vehicle gone from days gone by. Green wings and the razor wings dance upon the thermals overhead, and find yourself Sam and, well, to a lesser extent, Sally Sue. Since the 3 of you possess scooped weapons, everybody has binoculars, but using the scoped weapons as a guide, if you will, you're able to see in the distance. I'll just flip on the map. See in the distance where I'm pulsing the haze. Barely make out plumes of smoke. Know that the haze is probably from fires that are burning.
Where were you pulsing?
Down towards, down around in that area there,
Okay.
into the unknown. I'm going to drag your dot over. Drag it. Yes, I can. Okay, you guys are over here. See in the immediate distance, ruins of a town. Yeah, that's about all you can make out right now. The ground is the green is scrublands. It's small hills and channels, stuff that's been cut by the wind and everything like that. But the heavy, oppressive nature of the land that you've been living in, you can see that this area is different. There's a little more life, more so than it's not like pop up, feed us right away, and then disappear. This is stuff that's growing. It's green. It might be scrub and radioactive, but it's still alive.
Weird.
Traveling south, you find yourself looking at your clock on your Pip-Boy. About here. Make me, the 3 of you, Sally Sue, Sam, and Saval, make me a perception small guns roll. As you're utilizing the scope of the rifles to zoom in and look around.
Wow.
So, Sally, you almost shoot Snake in the back of the head because you saw
Why did it
something.
have to be almost?
Well,
Hey, that,
No.
that,
You,
that
you
hurts
realize that
Stumpy.
he has a giant bug that was crawling on the back of his thing, but because when you brought your syringer up to look through the scope, you happen to be looking at him when it happened. So immediately when you zoomed in on the scope, all you saw was this giant bug right there. You can of course shoot it if you like. It is not a giant bug though.
Don't worry, the leg warmer will protect him.
Exactly.
Let's get physical. Physical.
Oh, no.
Just remember, he nearly burned us all to death.
I'll just smack him in the head.
Okay. Snake, for some reason, Sally Sue pops you in the back of the head.
It's normal. I don't even pay attention to it.
Wow, this is one hell of an abusive relationship we got going on here. I'm at the point where, like, it obviously has to be my fault. That's even the reason why Dad hits me all the time, and Mom drinks.
I mean, that is the only reason why we get Snake is because it is his fault.
No, jeez. Damn, you're the only Saval. You realize that you had the lens cap still on. Sorry, that 19 was just that just did you in. It's like oh hey, would help if I actually took the cover off. Sam, you can see. You're not 100% certain because of the distance that you're at, and you climb to the highest point
It
that
is
you
a
can in this
footscape.
area. But you think you can see movement both here and here.
So both in the town and in the camp.
Yes.
Do we want to check the camp first and then the town, or
Or do we want to go to the town and see if we can get any information?
if it's ruins? Is it?
It's ruins, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah, most of the stuff, the only buildings that are standing are on this portion of the town. Everything else is enough to give you cover if you're in a firefight, but that's about it. And that's where you can see that there is, any movement going on is in that cover type of area. You realize that it'll be dark in a little bit, and you'll have a full moon tonight, based upon the way that everything's been tracking. So you'll have this brilliant blue and green orb above your head to give you a little extra light. You may be able to have a better idea, Sam, at that point in time.
Okay.
The question is, do you set a fire for a warm meal, or do you go with just munching on what's left of the cold rations and don't bother to heat anything up?
I say cold rations for now because we don't know what's out there.
Yeah,
don't wanna-
I agree.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So finding a spot to so you find a remnants of a metal post torn off on one side, and there's a sign laying there. The sign says "Welcome to Addyville,"
Ooh.
and population and whatever number was there looks like somebody shotgun blasted it off. Excuse me. So looking around,
About normal for the wasteland?
yeah. Well, actually, the fact that they left the sign behind, they could have probably used that to make like makeshift armor or a blade
Or a wall?
or a wall. Looking around, you scope back into. I'll move you guys a little bit closer. Scope back in on the area. Make another. Everybody can, or at least the three of you, if you want to make another perception small guns. I'm assuming, Sam, you shared what you saw.
Yes.
Okay, so
I'm not like some people who keep information to myself.
Watch out, Snake.
I see nothing.
Yeah, just imagine Snake pulled the pistol from my holster and is trying to see if he can spot anything with that.
No, I'm trying to look through the scope of my 44 pistol, which doesn't have a scope.
Okay, so um, okay, so let's just work our way down the list. Okay, Snake, you and C2 are kind of discussing the finer points of incendiary weapons and their proper use within enclosed quarters. It's
Right.
more he's explaining to you about how to use them, and you're just like, oh, okay.
Yep.
Sally, you're looking through the scope, and you can see that there are campfires at both locations.
Okay.
But you can make out more movement here at that camp or whatever it is. You see it's a couple small structures. Unable to determine what they are, but you can see people around those.
I'll let
Or
Oh, sorry.
stick figures, I should say, more than anything.
I'll let everyone know over the radio what I saw.
Okay. Do I see anything or no? Or do I just see less than Sally Sue does?
Yeah, you see slightly less than what Sally Sue does. You're able to make out that there are people at both locations. There is either one. You going from a more tactical standpoint, Sam. Neither, if they're together, neither side is in any kind of proximity to help the other. So you can hit both locations, so to speak. But this is and I'm just pulsing the general area. That's about the closest that your coordinates that Joe gave you could there.
I say we go to the camp first.
The map out now. Sam, as you're scrolling through your Pip-Boy and you're looking at the map and you're trying to be like, I know this looks like the right area. You realize that the annex is not on the map. Gave you coordinates for that location too, and you don't see. You're looking, rolling around, and you're looking, and you're scrolling around, and you're looking, and you're scrolling around.
I mean, secret government location. Robco wasn't all knowing. Voltec might have been all knowing, but we didn't find this Pip-Boy in a vault.
No. So you're like, yeah. It's like, shit. Where the hell do we take them when we find them?
General area of the coordinates, I guess, but foo.
You have two. So, want the town? You want the camp? Camp seems to have more people at it.
Yes, but the camp's also more likely to be where where any survivors of Mew Mew are.
Okay. It'll be at least another day before you'll get. You guys are a distance away. Traveling, and Miss Ray will have you make another roll for your Pathfinder ability. If you're, are you making a straight blind to camp, or are you going to try to circumvent? Go a little bit out of your way. All comes down to what kind of what you may or may not encounter with Miss Gray. What are you guys like? What are you guys looking to do?
I mean, ideally, we would want to sneak up on the camp and have the surprise if they are actually hostile. If they
Okay.
are members of, was it the Dust Devils?
Yeah, you have no idea.
Vultures, yeah.
Or the
Vultures, Dust Devil. Well, it probably wouldn't be the Vultures only because of the fact that they were the people supposedly defending that location. So when the cannibals attacked,
Mew Mew Mew?
yeah, the Vultures were.
Oh.
Yeah, you learned that the Vultures were the remnants of the various military units that were assigned to the Mew 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 complex. You learned that they are, the Vultures are the descendants of those people, so they've gone mercenary. But good or bad is all a matter of perspective, given the what end of the barrel of the gun you guys are facing on, coming in from.
Got it.
No.
Okay, so
So somebody roll me a. Everybody can reset their hit points back to take the 3 extra points out since we've gone to another day. And Sally Sue, you're fully healed. If somebody can roll me another 6 out. Oh, Sally Sue rolled another 6. There we go. And oh well, hey, that goes even one step further. So everybody is fully healed. If they had any other damage, and unless you had radiation damage, that's the only thing you would have been healed by.
Woohoo!
Get the completely healed. So there we go. Okay.
Thank you,
Um,
Sally Sue.
Yeah, thank you. Sam, keeping an eye on the group as you've approach and you're going slightly at a south west angle to stay away from the to be seen from the Addyville residents there. These either group has left their locations. Around here is hard packed, but there's scrub. There's not the abundance of food the group would be if they were still north of here. But there is signs of life. You can see little critters scurrying around. Three-eyed lizard and 6-toed jackalope moving about.
So we could potentially hunt and make do.
You
Got it.
could, yeah, you could forage off the land. Guys are. So, you can see that there are a couple small smoke fires going on. There maybe 3 dozen people scattered about outside of the various smoke fires. There is 3 intact buildings out of everything that's around here. Most of the people are either living in lean-tos or sleeping underneath the stars. They're all filthy. Open. As you look through with scopes, you can see open wounds. Everybody is, well, if not completely, darn close to being completely naked, other than the weapons that they carry about, which are filthy. They have no concept of any form of personal hygiene. The miasma of flies in the area, bloat flies and regular flies flying about. Sometimes one might get a little too close to one of the people that are there, and they kind of get down.
Are there any people who are obviously not free, prisoners or captives?
Out of the 3 buildings that are there, one is an intact structure. Looks like a barn or a storage facility of some sort.
Do we see men, women, and children, or just men and women?
The ones outside are men and women only. The ones that are inside, well, you can't really see inside the building, so I shouldn't.
Right.
So but they are being an eye, or at least there is a group keeping the others away from the building.
These could be cannibals, and they could be keeping them away because that's their food, because that's where their food supply is.
I'm gonna give me a minute. I'm preparing the map.
Hammerhead says hi.
Oh,
Merp.
Switch you guys to that you guys can see. Have the outside group that you need to deal with, whatever it might be. Refresh the map. You guys are up here in the top portion of the map. You're not on the. You guys can put yourselves on the map, but you're a distance away, if you will. Oh, sorry, I didn't realize there was still an area that was hidden.
I was using that to signify that I wasn't on the map.
I know, that's fine.
I feel naked. Also, I want to know what this structure is.
What structure?
This structure.
That is some sort of tower. A radio tower.
Interesting. Looks like no radio tower I've ever seen.
It's on a high concrete pylon, and then it goes into a metal lattice work.
And it's painted blue.
It is.
Weird.
It's a faded, dirty blue, but it's still painted blue.
I mean, these people aren't particularly clean. But they do look very familiar. I'm pretty sure I've blown this guy's head off a few times.
Really, I can't find the people when I need to find the people. Why would I have? No, I didn't delete any. So, looking at the... There we go. So, they are milling about. As you guys are just looking at a portion of the map.
Any firearms or just melee weapons?
Melee weapons from what you can see for all of them.
Yeah.
Sam, make me a perception small guns roll.
Hold 1 second. Perception.
Okay, so you're looking through the scope with Hecate. Down from the building. Have you seen somebody, excuse me, that looked like him before when you're at New Memphis Station?
This guy.
No, this one right here.
Oh. Wasn't New Memphis? So he was at New Memphis Station and he wasn't a ghoul.
And a ghoul.
What?
Remember, there were three unique individuals that were there that you engaged.
Oh, that's right.
He looks very familiar, like one of those three.
Right, they were coming up the tribals.
Yep. Two very big gentlemen following behind him. Out of everybody, excuse me, their clothes are a little cleaner. They don't have that, they're not like the cannibals that you see, that you fought before. They seem to be moving among them. The people that are around them, the cannibals around them, grovel and part when as they're coming by. Every once in a while, the guy that's in the lead will reach out and kind of like a faithful hound, kind of scratch the head of one of the people that's there.
I tell the others that our friends with the Black Smoke Disappearing Act are here.
Don't know again. You don't know what's inside.
No.
That one portion of the map that.
But it's clear they've been here for a while because there's structures, right?
Or the structures seems to be well maintained.
Mm-hmm.
So this may be the first word that came to mind, a clearinghouse. You don't know. There are the other two buildings that are there are smaller, dilapidated, more like shotgun shacks. Metal plates holding them up. Kind of almost like Asheville, almost like the houses that you guys came from. Well maintained, but not this type of structure.
Yeah, I'm wondering if they've been here long enough that they would have seen something like people traveling with two young girls.
These people aren't friendly. We've fought with. If those three are here, chances are these might be cannibals that they're coming up.
So we can. Are we approaching with axes blazing?
Well, I mean, you can approach. Sam's going to stay in the back and snipe.
Thanks, guys.
Pull out Chunky Boy then.
Yeah, Miss
Remember,
Gray,
if you see any civilians or anybody, please don't burn them to a crisp.
No promises.
Fuck you. You won't even do for a dying man's dying wish.
Nick just looks at Sam, head cocked a little bit. Huh?
Of course you don't remember. You don't remember anything. Go.
You guys really want to approach this place, or us to approach this place?
Either we try to talk to them or we just start killing them, I guess, right?
Those are the two options usually.
But if we know they're not friendly, I don't know.
I mean, I'm pretty sure they're not friendly since we've seen this guy before. And last time we saw him, it wasn't exactly for a friendly get-together.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fine approaching them. Sam, if you want to stay back here and watch through your scope, that's fine.
Okay.
I'll go with Gray.
Do you two want to stay back here and spot?
Yeah, I'll leave Merp back there. Yeah, just in case this.
You'll leave Merp back there?
Yeah, just in case this gets ugly.
You'll leave Merp. Have you forgotten the name of your son?
Should I approach with you guys too, or should I stay here?
That's up to you, Sally. So if you want to come with us,
I'll go with you.
yeah, I'd like you to come with us.
Yep.
Okay.
You guys going at night, during the day?
I mean, if we're gonna try to talk to him, we might as well go during the day.
Yeah. I'm not trying to make this hostile. Our priority is the girls, so yeah, during the day seems less threatening in my mind.
So it's probably closer to 10 or 11 by the time Sam, you settle in. Again, anybody who's behind the building, you don't have line of sight. Anybody who's in front of the building, you guys will have line of sight.
I have an abundance of targets.
Yeah, and my goal is to talk to the big guy that we recognize.
Just so you know, I've got it lined up, and if he tries something funny, he will lose his head. I'm assuming I can do that, right?
Yep.
Okay.
So you guys begin to approach. You're not being stealthy about it, but you're acting like you own the world. Confidence. You get to about where you're at right now, stepping through scrub and brush, and you can see they're all this group here, kind of just watching you guys approach. Three of them kind of stop what they're doing. See that they're working. So they're working at a like a cooking area / food prep area. The two of them stop and they look up. The two big guys, both of them gripping hammers.
I wave.
They continue to look at you, but you can see that there's no reaction. No, the lights are on, but nobody's home type of deal. Guy standing in the back stops and he's puts down got a bloody apron on and he's whatever stops and he looks up. He wipes his hands off in his thing on his apron down. Down the out in his hand.
This guy
That guy, yep.
is the one cooking.
Yes, he's the one. He's the one working at the table. There are other
Okay.
people moving around. I'm going to start shifting. You can hear. Well, you can see their. Again, their helmets, which allow you to communicate to each other, is also dampening the sound. So you can see their mouths moving. Can't hear anything coming from them. Sam, you're watching this group here. Kind of like warily work their way around.
Oh, the people you're currently moving?
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
As Miss Gray is walking up, and you can see the guy. He's after he puts everything down, he comes back from around the table. He is dressed in probably once was white clothing from head to foot. A large, if this was a knight, he'd like a tabard, covering his chest, flowing down, past his knees, kind of billowing in the dust, but it's like blood stained. other than guard visage of his from like below his nose to his chin, even his face is covered. White bandages. He's looking at you. He's Snake and Sally Sue. And you see Sally Sue
Yep.
waving.
Mm-hmm.
So it's safe enough for me to take my helmet off, right? I want to be able to talk to these people, but I know Sally Sue and Snake are keeping their helmets on so they can stay in radio contact with Sam and Saval. So again, to appear less threatening, I'm going to take my helmet off, and I'm also going to sort of hold my hand out so that he can see that I'm not obviously holding a weapon. And so I'll walk up to him and say, smells good. What's for lunch?
He stops, and as you take your helmet off, he kind of you can see like this Joker like rickus of a grin appear across his face. Then he seems rather confused when you say, well, what's for lunch? He stops and he's looking around. He looks back at the table, and he looks over at you. He looks and he smiles. He holds up a finger. He walks over and he picks up goes over he grabs a bowl, ladles some stuff into the bowl, and then he comes back around and he starts walking over to you. You, lack of a better term, bodyguards follow along. Make a endurance survival roll.
Uh-oh.
Yes, Miss Gray.
Yeah, I'm doing it.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, so it takes a bit of willpower to not to hurl, but you see that there's a clear broth, well, slightly rose reddish tinge to it. You can see that there are fingers and eyes floating in the thing. He offers it to you, and in a very raspy voice, he says, "Lunch."
What do you say, lunch?
I think so.
Oh, okay.
Yes, he said lunch.
Okay. And did I already try some of it? Was that my endurance survival roll, or
No,
was
that
that
was
just
more
my
of-
initial gag reaction?
That was your initial gag reflex of going, "Oh."
Yeah, so I'm going to change the subject. I'm going to say, you don't remember me, do you?
He looks at you and he steps back. Ears, and and you've seen Sam do this where he's got like lenses or glass on his eyes or above his head, and he kind of flips one down. Looks at you and he's like, very very hoarse, very low tone. He says no.
So I'll give him a hint. I'll say New Memphis.
You can see the two big guys on either side of them are starting to become a little antsy. That they're shifting subtly, or as subtle as they can on their feet. Like, and you hear him say,
So I'll say, well, clearly your dogs seem to remember us. So I'll say, we're in the area looking for our what? Two girls, snipers, telling me what to say in the background. I'll say we're looking for two girls. Have you happened to see them traveling in this area?
He stops and he calls one of the others over. Guy comes running around from him, and he goes over down and just starts greedily, eating it. Stops. He's like, "Come." And he turns around. He gestures towards you. Kind of two fingers, kind of like starts walking back that way.
Okay. I'll follow him. I'm assuming Sally Sue and Snake will also follow. I'm sure Sam's seeing all this through his scope and is freaking out, but I don't have my helmet on, so I can't hear it. I'm secretly enjoying it. Yeah.
You see, so Sam, you see all three of them.
Yep.
You can see the guy pass the bowl off to one of the others, and he with two fingers he gestures, and then three of them step around the back of the building, out of your line of sight.
I'm gonna get away again.
And Sally Sue, Snake, and Miss Calypso follow along.
Ah,
I'm secretly enjoying how much this is probably annoying Sam.
So you step around and you can see a large set of metal doors, designed to roll, unclasp and then roll to the left and to the right. The two big guys go over with a little bit of straining. You can see that they push the two doors open. Just walks inside.
This is a trap. I feel it.
oh, you're just now starting to feel it.
It's a tarp.
There. And so he steps in. There is light coming from inside. You can see 1,000 little pinpricks of light. Candles of all different sizes and shapes are lit and glowing inside. Turns and he's like, "Come." Guys, go in.
Yep, I'll go
Yeah,
in.
I'll go in.
I
Yes.
guess.
Like, fine. They drug me along. I didn't want to be here. I'd like to be anywhere
Sally
but here.
Sue's revisiting her life choices. She needs better friends.
I should have touched more grass growing up.
Steps over and he steps over to, and I'll click this way. And you can see that there's a area here, just in general, is a large stone wall, floor to ceiling. The ceiling itself is corrugated metal. There's heavy metal I-beams running down the middle of it. So this was built to last, whatever it was originally used for. Miss Gray, the stench inside here, you thought outside around those people was bad. It's like to a whole different degree worse when you step inside. The area is stifling. There's no open windows in any way, shape, or form. So it's a bit ripe in here. Looking through, he gestures to, and I'll reveal it now. So, he points to a set of heavy metal bars inset into a door, and he's like he points us like. Steps back and waits for you to approach.
Oh, did
Okay.
he say something or did he just point?
Yes, sorry, he said the word "C." And
Oh,
so
okay.
Okay.
so he points at the heavy metal, the grating, for it's kind of like a Mayberry jail cell type of deal, holding the door closed. Looking inside, you can see that there are 20 plus people packed inside.
And are they all women?
Most of them are
Okay.
women or children.
So I'll look at him and say thank you, and I'll approach the bars. Um, I guess the lady closest to me. I'm
Okay.
gonna sort of wave her over to the bars.
Okay. Comes over here. Drag you up one. In front of the doors. Okay. You can see a woman is emaciated somewhat. So not quite starvation Ethiopia type of deal. Sally Struthers, but along that lines. See that one eye is swollen shut.
Does she seem scared? Like, is she like glancing at the big guy or any of his goons standing behind me? Does she seem like she's scared of them in particular?
No.
Okay.
She's not the beaten compliant.
Okay.
Better choice of the words.
Okay. So, I'll be as reassuring as possible. I'll introduce myself, say, hi, I'm Gray. A little bit of small talk with her. I'll ask her her name. I'll ask her, where she's from, how long has she been here?
You find out her name is Becca. She doesn't know how long they've been here. Once he seems to take a little bit of hope that you're holding a conversation with her. Realize that they all have, as you're looking, and others are kind of milling about, and you can hear somebody say, "No, pick me instead. Hey, I'm a better worker than she is," and you can see her getting a little rowdy.
Okay. The other women are getting rowdy that I'm talking to Becca.
Yes.
Okay.
You can, Snake. You're tall. Guys are bigger than you, so you can see a bit of a shadow fall over Miss Gray as one of them steps up to stand behind her. You can see Becca visibly jumps back.
Actually, I'm not even looking at Becca. I'm more looking at the folks behind us.
So,
I'm paying attention to what they're
the
doing.
big guy standing there, he has over his shoulder he has super sledge, massive
Mhm.
hammer. He and you can't see his face. Both guys, their faces are encased in some sort of metal, like scrap metal armor. The other guy, the guy that's all in white, is just standing there, and again he's got that Joker rickus on his face. He's just standing there, and just his hands are just folded in among themselves, just watching what's going on.
Yeah, I'm just keeping an eye on them.
You've got my back, right, Snake?
Oh yeah, I'm
Okay.
not really paying attention to the women. They can't hurt us.
Yeah. So I'm can't believe I'm going to say this. I'm hoping that Snake and Sally Sue won't let this guy clobber me. But I will tell Becca. I'll say, we're actually looking for two young girls. Do we know their names?
You know that the
Phoebe
one
and
was
Teresa.
Phoebe, and the other one even my apologies, even I don't.
Teresa.
Oh,
Okay.
Phoebe and Teresa Kavanaugh.
Thank you.
Has she seen them?
You can see that they're talking among them. They start jibber jabbering among themselves, talking, and you can see. All right, click back over the crowd part, and you can see two young girls, kind of shuffling forward. Teresa, which is the little one, the hair on her left side of her head is, she hasn't been scalped, but it's been like shorn off to the point where it's like open sores and wounds. Could be a burn. You're not exactly sure. Yeah, Phoebe has her arm around her little sister, but the others are kind of pushing. The other women that are there are kind of pushing them forward.
Okay. So I'm going to say hi to Phoebe and Teresa. I'll introduce myself to them, tell them my name. I'll introduce Snake and Sally Sue. These are my friends. And I'll tell them that we're really happy to see them. And then I'm going to turn around and talk to the big guy.
Okay.
So I will say to him, thank you so much for keeping them safe and taking such good care of them. We'd like to take them with us.
The big guy kind of just looks down at you, and he takes a step backwards. Yeah, so this guy here. Guy that's standing right next to Snake,
Just
and he
real
kind
quick,
of.
I've still got to rate. Sally Sue and Snake still have their helmets on, right? And have the radios on, right?
Correct.
I'm going to relay over. Are any of the other women from Mew Mew Mew, or are any of the other survivors from Mew 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 there?
I'll reply. Yes, we found the girls. Working with the big guy now.
Got it. Swall, I think you and I are going to have to move in.
Yes, you've noticed that everybody that was on the one side of the building has all started moving around to the far side.
I think you're
that's
on
funny.
mute, honey.
Well, that's about normal then. So message
Sniper's
sent.
getting ready, but you guys can't hear him.
Okay.
Nope. Can't hear a word he's saying.
So he kind of the guy, this guy here, kind of looks at you and he's like, again, I'll say it as he says, and then I'll say it loud enough everybody else can hear. For price, they're yours. And you hear him say, very very low key, for a price, they're yours.
What's the price?
Your soul.
What's the
Well, that'd be
your
pretty
soul?
good if this was a different game. But apparently, you hear something. You hear he can't. And even he kind of looks around at that point in time. He's like, oh.
Quantum must be fed. Oh.
Well, by somebody saying Kalima, and then they tear that guy's heart out.
Qualtoth is the eldritch god that keeps getting brought up in some of the games. So
Yeah.
Nerd.
Okay.
So he stops and he kind of cocks his head, and he points at Sally Sue.
I wave.
You want to talk to my friend?
Trade.
I look at Gray and I nod yes.
um,
I ask how I can help him.
2 for 1 seems fair. 2 for 1 seems fair.
What does that mean?
It means we're about to have Teresa and Phoebe as teammates.
he kind of you just see him. He kind of looks at you like, really, you're asking what we're trying to do. Yeah, he just has that look on his face. It's like, okay.
uh, I will say, surely there's something else. Apps, items, something else. You know, let's negotiate.
I just want to note at this point, Samal and I have started moving to try and reposition ourselves so that way we can get a better view of what's going on.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
So
a good idea.
you're able to you're able to find, and once you saw the group start to like kind of like shift and move, so you can put yourself like down here. You're able to find a hidey hole. You're still at long range, which is what you need to be, but you're able to see, and you see, you like I said, they're all just standing there, and they're just like reeds in the wind. They're just swaying back and forth.
I'm going to relay to the guys on the inside. Are y'all in the barn? Because there are a lot of people out the front, outside the main door. Like a lot of people outside the main door.
Yeah, we're still talking to our friend here. He seems to want something. He pointed at me, but I don't know what it means.
I
I
patched a
think he
rifle.
wants you.
I patched a rifle. We might be down Sally Sue, but we'll have 2 new teammates soon. Hang tight.
Should I open fire?
No.
Because things are about to get pretty dicey for you guys if we
Yeah,
don't open
yeah.
fire soon.
Yeah, hold your kittens.
I like it.
I mean, horses are extinct, so gotta say something.
You know,
No.
kittens are kind of squirmy. They want to like run around. Hold your kittens.
Now I want a kitten.
No,
Oh.
he
You just
steps.
have a kitten near you.
Sally Sue doesn't have a kitten.
Yeah.
Well, no, but Addie does.
Who's
So
that?
he steps over to a table, and he's digging. He reaches down to it. Looks like a suitcase that's there. But you can hear the audible. Other than the sound of the various candles burning. It's like almost like a gunshot. You hear click click, and he opens it up, reaches inside, looking around. And he's kind of pushing stuff out of the way. Stops. You can see his body. His back is to you, and you can see him moving around. His hands moving around, and his body just like stiffens for a moment. And then he pulls up. He comes over and he pulls out has in his hand. It is faded photograph, barely visible. Most more white than anything at this point. And he walks over to you, Sally Sue, and he hands you the photograph.
I take it and look at it.
You're looking at the photograph. And you heard him say, "Find this," or Miss Gray heard him say, "Find this." I'm sorry. Um, and you're looking at the photograph, and he's holding it. It's a woman holding a child,
No.
pre-war, ancient. But you can see, with a bony with a bony finger, he taps on the woman's neck, and some sort of brooch or pendant. You can't really tell, and you're lucky, the photo is even, visible at that point. And you can see him tap that, pointing at her. With one hand, he's tapping that. With the other hand, he's pointing at Sally Sue. He looks towards you, Miss Gray, and he says, "Find that."
Find the necklace in the photo?
He and the whatever expression he has on his face goes back to that, rickus again.
Like a smile.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, like the Joker. If you've
Oh,
never seen
okay.
like Jack Nicholson's The Joker,
Yeah.
like
Okay.
that.
I will say it's beautiful. Is that your mom in the picture?
No response.
I will say, do you, does he have an idea of where the item last was?
Stops. Kind of looks at you. Now, up to now, there's been no indication that he even knows who any people are. But he looks at you, and and a chill goes down your spine when he says the next two words. Milk dud.
Milk dud.
Milk Dud's a person?
I just look over back at where we tied up the ramen, and it's like, heck?
Yeah, so I'll ask him, who's Milk Dud?
He looks back over at you. You can, Miss Gray, make me a perception. Actually, the three of you, all three of you, Miss Gray, Sally Sue, and Snake. Perception speech.
Yep.
Are you serious? I failed it.
So, Miss Gray, you realize that when he turns and he turned and looked at you, can see from the hood or the cowl that he has on, the bandages and whatnot, that's all wrapped up. Also on a radio.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
You can see that. You
Are
can see.
you supposed to be on mute when you're saying that, honey?
They're planning to attack us too?
Well, you don't know that they had the radio sneak.
I know. I'm still blown away by Milk Dud being a person with a necklace.
I'll ask. Guess I'll ask him. You want us to find the necklace in exchange for Phoebe and Teresa?
Yes.
Okay. But you don't know the last location where the necklace was.
Stops and you can see that the rickus turns into a frown. Like check Milk Dud.
Sorry, what was that?
Check Milk Dud.
Oh, okay. Um, um, can Snake and Sally Sue hear him say that, or no? They can't radio.
Snake can't. Sally Sue. No, because he's talking so low.
Okay.
So
Then I'll say, okay, I understand. And I will turn back to the girls and Becca, and I'll say, you know, he's looking for something. You know, we're gonna, since he's helping us, we're gonna see if we can help him too, and we'll be back as soon as we can.
Well, I'll stay here.
Okay. Okay. Well, I'll say my friend Snake is going to stay here and hang out with you guys. He's really funny. You should ask him funny questions, maybe about things you've learned in books
Ask
or,
him to count to 10.
yeah.
That's really entertaining.
He tells really good stories. Ask him about the time he was in a fight. And my friend Sally Sue and I will be back as soon as we can.
he just looks. He's like you see the bobbing of his head, and with his arm he gestures towards the for the towards the door.
Okay.
We'll
So
find your necklace.
and
Step up to you start walking towards the opening, and when you get to the outside, you just see all the people that were scattered about, all just standing there, and they're all just kind of swaying back and forth.
I go, hey.
Ho!
Put your hands in the air. You don't care.
okay. So as I walk back out, I'll put my helmet back on, and I will. So we think, or I think, that Sam and Saval are still back this direction.
Correct.
So I'm going to start walking that way, and as I'm walking, I'm going to fill them in on everything and tell them to meet us back at Milk Dud and Good and Plenty ASAP.
Okay. Okay, yeah. We didn't take the Brahmins with us. We left them tied up where we... Actually, yeah, that would have been taking too much time.
You come back, all you find is like two. You find them up on blocks. Somebody's jacked them.
Probably
Yes,
already there
yes,
with
it's... Yeah. I mean, we'll probably find...
Which C2?
We'll probably find C2 and them playing
They're
these game
sentient.
cards.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they've just been passing the necklace between the three of them. Or between the five of them.
So
Yeah.
you get back to, you catch up to everybody. You get back to the up into the hills, and hey Snake, it's like the meeting of the minds. They don't say anything to you, and you can talk all you want. So
You're on mute.
Dang it.
which we
So I
like.
keep messing that up. Yeah, C2's not here, so yeah, I'm just gonna stand there.
Okay.
Statue of David, only with armor
would you like me to bring it back?
Nice.
So before you get back together, start. You shared that. You still have the photo, so you know what the you know what Sam. You look at it. It's a woman standing there. She's standing in front of a somewhere downtown. Like a courthouse or police station or office building. You can't really tell. Well, no, like a courthouse or an office or a police station. She's holding a small baby wrapped in baby clothes. Uh, but she has some sort of choker or medallion necklace on around her neck. Yeah, there you go. Oh my god. Hey, wait a minute. That looks like. Anyway, you, Miss Gray, you go to Milk Dud. You're gonna ask
Yep.
him, question him what was going on, or you go. Yeah, sorry,
Uh,
sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I'll go up to Milk Dud and I'll start searching through the stuff to see if we have this necklace. I can't understand how this guy would know that we have a Brahmin named Milk Dud, but it's worth checking. We have to save the kids.
You're there for probably a half an hour. If you take
Okay.
everything off and you start going through, and nestled in among a pile of junk that Sally Sue's picked up over time. Fine. It's like a cameo, I guess would be the proper way to describe it. The lace or the cloth strap is long since disintegrated, but you can see where you can slide something through, and it's the silhouette of a woman on the cameo. Turning it over, you can see that there is a pair of hinges on the one side, but um, you're not able to get the clasp to open. So it's maybe not much thicker than your thumb in from front to back, with even with the little embellishment on top for the silhouette.
Yep. But that's okay. I'm not okay with me if I can't open it. But it looks like the necklace in the picture.
It's the best thing that you can find that would even be remotely close to it.
Okay. Yeah, so I will take it. I will let Sam and Saval know that we're going back. I'll let them know that we left Snake there to tell stories to the kids in case they were wondering where their friend was, but they haven't asked.
Are there any other survivors from Mew 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 there, or just the two kids?
Yeah, so I'll tell them that there's like a holding cell with quite a few women.
Women and
And
children.
then I talked to a lady named Becca.
And it wouldn't be it's a bad idea to kill them all and free all the women. Why? Question mark? Question mark?
So the children were the priority. I will
The
ask
children
about
were the priority, right?
correct. I will ask about the rest of the women when I go back.
Okay.
Okay.
Gray knows what she's doing. And she has me.
Exactly.
Are you going to give?
Yeah, and then we're gonna have to get back into position.
That's what I was going to ask. If that so, are you going to put everything back on, or are you going to leave it there, scattered about, and get in position first?
No, let's pack them back up. In case it does go the way that Sam is hoping it goes.
I'm not saying it's the way I hope it goes. I'm just saying that's the way it's probably going to go.
You're itching. I know. It's fine.
I mean, my trigger finger is always itchy, so.
I know.
Not going that
So
far yet.
just in case,
Yeah.
and we have to make a quick exit, let's go ahead and pack them back up.
Okay.
So,
Sure, Snake has many stories to share. Not knowing that he's just standing there silently.
It's endless.
the two of you head back down, and group has somewhat dispersed. Yeah, you guys can put yourself back in. I'll put there, that person there, that.
And I've taken my helmet off, of course.
Okay. You step in.
Saval and I have since moved back into position, I guess.
Yep. Steps over to the. So you can see Snake and one of the big guys are just they're like two unblinking cats. You know, they're just staring at each other, and neither one seems to be winning or losing. But you know, you never know what kind of mental gymnastics they're going through right now. He hasn't moved from from where you left him when
Well, I will, I'll go up to the big guy with the cameo and his photo and ask him, is this your necklace?
he takes the photo reverently from your hands, and he's holding your hand, and in his other gloved hand, he cameo looking stops. Thank you. Nods to one of the big guys. They step over and pull the linchpin out of the gate. You know, he steps in. You know, the women scatter. He comes back. The big guy comes back out. And he has the two of them by the literally carrying them out by the back of their clothes. He puts them down in front of you.
Okay.
And the guy that's in charge looks at you and says, "As agreed upon." As agreed upon.
Okay. And I'll say, I'll thank him. I will thank him. Sally Sue, do you want to take them and start walking out with them? I'm thinking of sort of like turning to Sally Sue and the little girls and like having the three of them all hold hands.
Okay, I reach out my hands. Come with me.
They reluctantly, but with trepidation, they take your hands, and one takes their hands, and they're following out with you.
I squeeze their hands in reassurance.
Yeah, and I'll tell him that Snake and I'll be with them in just a minute. So then I'm gonna turn back to the big guy. Again, thank him for taking such good care of the girls. And then I'm gonna ask him about the rest of the ladies in the holding cell. What's his plan for them?
Stops, and he kind of cocks his. He's still looking at the photograph and looking at the cameo in his hand. Walks back over to the suitcase. And he lays the photo back into the suitcase. And you see he's holding the cameo. Move your helmet off, so you hear a click, and you backs to you. He goes rigid for a moment, and turns around, nothing in his hands, and looking directly at you. Sorry, I gotta move him.
Good. Oh.
And he's looking at you, and he's like, "Not your concern. Not your concern."
I'll say I'll ask him who the woman in the photograph was. Because if it's somebody important to him, these women are all important to somebody else.
As she's talking to him, can I make my way? Try
Oh,
to
yeah.
make my way to safer
Yep.
area with the kids.
Yeah, you're just heading to the hills. Yep. And the people, when you step out, they're not standing there. They're milling about. Some people are at the eating bowls of whatever food were being prepared. You telling them not to look in that general direction. You can see that there are several, what would commonly be referred to as long pork, roasting on an open spit. For those of you out there that don't know what long pork is what they usually call people. They're what for dinner.
Yeah, I'm obviously trying to play towards his softer side. If he's feeling sentimental about the photo.
The softer side of a bunch of cannibals.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
Cannibals have
you just
feelings
stay on
too,
the
you
hill.
know?
That's right.
It's a
Cannibals
life
need to be burned
choice.
at the stake.
Right? There
It's
would
a
be
life choice
no
that-
food supply if there weren't women.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm. Amen,
So-
sister.
It's a life
Fine.
choice that ends with being beheaded.
So
The end.
We'll need women.
yeah, you need women. Anyway. I'm
It's only a modest proposal, said Jonathan Swift.
So he stops and he's looking at you, and you looks up. He's looking down at the ground. He's like, Conversation is over.
okay.
You got what you came for. You got what you came for. I got what I need. I wanted. The others are not your concern.
Side note, at some point we'll have to take our losses.
Okay. Before I leave, I want to take a really good look at this holding cell. Like on the far side, it looks like a window in this picture, but I realize it may just be lighting. Are all these walls solid?
So you have the main gate here, or the main, and again, that's a pair of heavy metal doors that slide back and forth.
Yep.
This is actually another door.
Where's another door? Sorry, I missed
Sorry,
it.
the opposite side. The one that you
Okay.
thought was the window, that's
Okay.
actually another door.
Okay.
There is a room here that you have not been able to see into. There is a single door right here where I'm pulsing now. So, and actually, from the looks of it, and I'm going to. Okay, so there's a single door right here. Into that room. There's a window here, cut into the room. Room is, you see no light coming from the room.
Okay. The one in the corner, no light. Okay.
One in the corner, no light.
Does that window in the room have a direct line of sight to that single door?
Yes.
Yes, I'm obviously making mental notes to come back and break these ladies out.
Okay.
In case that wasn't obvious.
Sure.
So I will say goodbye to him and his thugs. And Snake and I will leave, and I'm going to go back to the group, and I'm going to tell them our plan of coming back, going through that single door in the holding cell, and freeing those women at night.
Oh, we forgot to tell you that we were going back that way. Okay.
Plus, they kind of saw you heading in that general direction, so.
I thought in the general direction.
Ah, damn it. Sorry. Yep.
Ah,
There is only one dot.
before light.
So, you all gather back together. The two girls are Sally Sue. I'm assuming you dipped into some of the food, so that the two girls are greedily eating what you had available, and they are the older one. Phoebe is crying uncontrollably right now, even though Sally's doing her best to be there. What the hell do I do with you? One of those type of reactions.
Yeah, so I'm gonna talk to the girls. I'm gonna introduce them to C2. I'm gonna tell Snake to get his badass over here, and he and C2 should tell these girls some stories of their adventures.
Me and C2 look hungry.
You
That's
don't get
fine.
anything.
I know. Watching the maid is making us hungry.
Never.
You regularly overeat. Stop.
Yeah, so I'm going to show them how C2 knows how to play patty cake, and I will show them how excited he gets when he gets a bone. Just try and put the girls at ease.
Okay. Yeah.
Phrasing.
What?
What was that?
Bones?
What was that, Sam? I'm sorry.
Phrasing.
Something about
Oh,
bones.
phrasing. Oh, okay. Okay. So that the demeanor starts to change slightly. Do you tell them that you know who they are?
Yes. Yeah, so we'll tell them. What's her dad's name?
Alexander.
Alexander. Yeah, so we'll let them know that their dad is looking for them. And he's the one that sent us.
You can see that they're both looking at you at that point, and you can see that that little bit of a hope or glimmers in their eye.
Yeah.
He told us to take you to the annex. You'll be safe there.
Sam scares the kids. Just kidding.
No, that's probably close to truth.
Yeah.
They
Fuck you.
kind of stop and they kind of look at each other, and they're like, "But no one knows where the annex is. It was just a story we were told." That there was a
That there was a. Got off their fangs.
chamber. Yeah,
There was
yeah.
a what?
The other one, kind of chamber.
Chamber.
That held people that were being kept safe from the bombs.
Oh,
And
a vault? We know what a vault is, right?
yeah, you guys you've learned over time in your travels about what a vault is. Yes, but
What
we've
sounds like
never.
they're talking about?
Yeah, it sounds like it. It could be, and which would also explain why it's not on. Sam's looking at the coordinates and it's like there's nothing here. It's like
If
like,
it were a hidden location, that would make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
so he's like, but no one knows where it is. Okay, if Daddy says we have to go there, then that's where we'll go. And then here's the heart-wrenching question: will we see him when we get there?
I'm gonna let Gray handle that one since she's the one who said their daddy who implied that their daddy's still alive.
Is he still alive? Is he not?
He was.
No, that was
I-
the guy. That was the guy that Snake, granted him, final release.
Yeah. The guy who they
Oh.
were eating and keeping alive. Yeah.
Yeah, so I will let them know
Yeah, about that.
that, well, I will let them know that there are people there that will be really happy to see them.
They accept that. So the youngest one, Teresa, some sort of fire has scorched the hair off of her head on the one side. Her scalp is infected. The other Phoebe probably doesn't have any broken bones, but she's been took a few shots. So you make me a intelligence medicine roll.
We have some antiseptic cream and septic ointment if that changes thresholds any.
That would help. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Snake and Sally Sue, or it's not Snake. Saval and Sally Sue are taking care of the kids.
And C2.
And C2, yes, and C. So based upon what Miss Grace described, he's unsure if there's any kind of lock or anything holding that one door closed, or if it's if it's accessible that way or
This
not.
door.
That door, yep. So this would be a night sneak if you're going in, quiet weapons, that type of deal. And then, possibly going loud once they're out, or at least as they're getting out.
Because part of me was hoping to also loot this place for any supplies or anything like that to help with getting everybody to the annex.
That all comes down
Because
to
Joe did imply that there were additional people with Phoebe and Teresa.
yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That comes down to a question to the kids. Is there other people with them? And also, trying to, direct Snake in such a manner that he doesn't burn the building down.
Yeah, that's probably gonna be the bigger obstacle, honestly, than the cannibals.
Well, I'm thinking we use Snake as a distraction on the far side of the building.
Using him as a distraction has also resulted in things getting burned down.
I know, but I'm hoping it's enough time for me to hit the single door. So if he is making a distraction, let's assume this is the west side of the building. I can approach the single door on the east, start to get the people out of the holding cell, and then he can burn down the building. I don't care.
Yeah.
You know,
Um,
even Frankenstein needs to have his fun. I get it.
he's just put on the Ritz.
Oh no, we learned from Creature Commando that Frankenstein ended up sleeping with his monster's bride. Fun.
Like I said, even Frankenstein.
Who asked the girls the question then?
I'll ask them.
So, E2's getting belly rubs right now, and he's just kicking his little poogies in the air.
He's happier than he's ever been before.
Mhm.
Except for that time when Snake took him to that brothel.
well, yeah. Um, so you asked them about the women and the others from Mew Mew Mew, and they stop and they they're they're talk they look at you and they're like, we don't know who any of the others that are there are. The others that were with us were taken to the ruins.
Oh, boy.
We were separate. So the the man in the white separated, had all the women go to one location and all the men go to the other. So we were the only two girls that were still alive at the time. The rest were sent. The rest of the men were sent over to other locations with others that had been picked up along the way.
So the women that you're with, like Becca, for example, she was also somebody else that was picked up along the way then?
I believe so. We got thrown together a short time ago, maybe 2-3 weeks.
Okay.
He calls them. Cattle.
It calls them cattle. Oh, okay.
Chattel. The women that are with us. The men are cannon fodder.
Oh boy.
They say the words, but they don't understand the meaning. Teresa's like, don't eat the soup. All one of the women, desperate for food, accepted the bowl of soup from the man. And a short time after that, they joined the others outside. None of us in there, other than a small amount of water, have had anything. At least, well, we haven't had anything since we were taken.
So the soup like lobotomizes them, basically?
No, it's humans. Oh,
It turns
well-
them into. Yeah.
Yeah, just sort of soldiers, mindless soldiers, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
that would be. I was going to say. So I'll make an intelligence science roll. Sam, you can make one too. You.
Yeah.
good, because you don't want me making one.
And where's my last roll?
So you're figuring, well, based upon what Miss Gray described as the
Oh,
soup.
geez, I'm gonna spend the luck point to reroll that.
Okay.
I've got one luck point left.
You're like, soup is good. It fortifies the body. Part of a healthy breakfast.
Has a lot of calcium and vitamin D.
Making me milk there, Sam. No,
Okay,
but
there we
soup.
go.
But
There we go,
clearly
there we
soup.
go.
Okay. So yeah, between you're like, what the hell was I thinking? God damn it, Snake, get away from me. Snake's like, it does fortify the body, and it is good. So
I smack Snake.
Yeah. more
Stupid by
meal.
proxy. Yeah.
You're figuring based upon what Miss Gray described, it was the human body parts, but floating in the soup. That's probably not it. It's probably what's it's probably the soup. What's in the broth.
There's probably some sort of chem or something in there that's
Yeah.
doing it.
Yeah. So he's not just a cannibal, like ghoulifying people. He's a cannibal that's dosing people to make them,
Compliant.
yeah,
Yep.
it's weird. Okay. I was
But-
trying to be nice, but
That
maybe
also
we just
kind
need
of
to take him out.
jives
Thank you
with
for
what
finally
you've.
acknowledging that I am correct.
No, we're
al-
not saying you're correct. Sorry.
That's okay. It also kind of jives with what you seen that the rocket what you learned about the rockets when you first heard about them. That it was like it was strongly suggested when you had first heard about them. It's like, hey, if they go in there and they go, hey, would you like a brownie? Yep. How the
Okay.
rockets managed to take over half of or a third of Oakhallville without even firing a shot in some cases.
Yeah, because when the girls first said those ladies weren't from Mew Mew Mew, I was like, well, then are they really the people we're looking for, and should we even interfere? But once Teresa tells us about the broth and what it does to people, now I think we need to step in and just take this camp out.
What are we
I
going
wanna
to do
know
with the
what's in
girls?
that
Well,
room because that might give us better clue as to what exactly the process is or what exactly they're doing to people.
Okay, well, if you can do it before Snake burns the building down, go for it.
You really fucking hell.
Our priority is going to be the women left in the holding cell, but we'll see what we can do.
is someone do you want me to stay with the girls while we do this, or
Yeah.
we're all going to go and.
Do you want to stay with them? It wouldn't be a bad idea.
Well, I don't
Have
know.
some
I don't know
supervision.
if they'll be fine by themselves or if we should all go. Unless
Yeah,
you have
but
to
we're not
change
going to have a
position.
good, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, C2 is kind of a badass, but I don't know if he could handle the Brahmin end.
Yeah.
He's only one mole rat.
Yeah, there's only so much he could do.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll be in radio contact with you, Sally Sue, right?
I know, but if you're going to get into a fight, I don't want you guys to be on your own either. We're going to have 2 snipers and then only you and Snake going to try to get in the building.
Mm.
But I guess I can always try to make my way
mean-
over when you radio.
I
It'll
mean,
be
the other
dark.
option
The girls won't
is-
be able to see, right?
Yeah, I mean, the other option is if you really want to, I can go with Snake and help with the distraction. I don't want to do it, but I will.
He's like, and I'm just going to talk
It's a
myself
bad
out of this
idea.
entire
I
conversation
just
right
I
now.
just want to make sure the
Great.
girls are safe too, but I also want to help.
Yeah, but it is stupid by proxy.
Maybe the girls in C2 can go hang out near Sam and Saval, so that they're close by. I mean, ideally, the girls will just sleep.
I mean, I could
I
use some
mean,
milk.
either one idea is that Saval takes one side of the building, I take the other side of the building. I position myself on the opposite side, so I've got sidelines on this side, while Saval has sidelines on this side.
That
I-
could work as
I-
long as they're
I-
covered in
I,
some
I
way.
look at Gray
Yeah.
and say, "Wow, that was intelligent."
What was the most intelligent?
What Sam just said.
I know he's going to be Nanny Sam. Okay,
Snake's
decision
like,
made.
"Ah."
Decision made. We're going to have the
Cover.
the girls in C2 hang out near Sam, covering one side of the building. Ideally, the girls will like be sleeping, taking a nap.
I mean, yeah, and, that would be ideal.
Yep.
Maybe
But
put some
you'll-
hearing protection over their ears, and they won't even know anything's going on.
Yeah, that's the plan. But they will be right next to you just in case.
No, they're definitely going to be awoken by Hecate going off.
You don't have a silenced.
Hecate does not have a silencer. I've wanted to put a silencer on, but every time we get to somewhere where I can do it, Snake breaks something.
Don't any of your other girlfriends have silencers?
Only close range weapons.
No.
I have a laser pistol that I can use up close and personal, but that's about it.
Oh, okay.
Of course, we see fires now.
And as I said, every single time I've wanted to make improvements to my own gear, Snake breaks something.
Yeah, it's all Snake's fault. Got it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Do we have anything that we could use?
As a silencer?
I'm just over here. Oh, I'm just crying now. I'm sorry. What was the question, Miss Gray?
Do we have anything we could use to like help protect the girls from?
Oh yeah, you can dig
Okay.
around. You can find. You have.
Okay,
You have.
I'll do that.
Yeah, you have cloth and such that you can make a, earmuffs, type of deal for. So yeah.
Okay, we'll do that, and I will promise Sam that as soon as we get somewhere, he can modify his girlfriend in the way he needs to.
Only if Snake doesn't break something.
Even if he does, I promise you will have extra time to fix your girlfriend.
Because last time you did, you said
Okay,
I had
I
extra time, but
promise.
he broke his
There will
chest
be
piece, and I had to fix his
enough
chest piece.
I promise there will be enough time for you to modify your girlfriend in the way you need her for your enjoyment.
Okay, I will hold you to that.
Do
If Snake breaks something, you gotta fix it.
do you want a pair of nipple clips?
Not in
I
front of
take
the
the nipple
children.
clips and I put them on Snake's ears.
Not in front of the children.
I put them on his ears.
I pull out my pistol and I say, not in front of the children.
I put them on his ears.
I will shoot you if you. Oh,
We're all doomed. Over.
Okay.
We're doomed.
so you guys have come up with a plan.
Yes.
You can see that there are campfires or at least fires lighting up here and there around the building itself. Sam, you've kept vigilance the entire time, and be hiding their hair of the man in white or his two bodyguards.
He's either in the building or he's pulled another disappearing act.
No, from being up close and personal, for everybody who went down and what you could see through the scope, the crazies themselves, various melee weapons, either hammers, axes, slabs of metal, with the handle cut into it. No body armor whatsoever. If they had 2 stitches of clothing among 4 of them, consider themselves lucky. The 2 big guys that were with the man in white, they're in metal armor. For those who remember, imagine Lord Humongous from the first Mad Max movie. The big guy with the hockey mask and the leather leather harness. Imagine something like that size and shape, just from the lower abdomen, groin area up, clad in metal. Like yeah, almost like Bane. But there's nothing. Their legs are not covered. There's no armor whatsoever on their legs.
Lucky for us, we like to hit the legs.
Yeah,
a
you
lot,
guys seem
so-
to you guys seem to clock that in rather regularly. Man in white. You saw no weapons on him. So your guess, he's the only unknown. Both of the big guys have super sledges. They were white on both sides, so you know that they're your best bet, Sam, and actually even Snake. Their design is armor piercers.
I've got a few of those.
So
And Hecate will chew through most things.
yes. So, you have one thing going for you. The building is concrete when you were inside. So short of Snake firing Chunky Boy inside the building, he
Which might still happen.
It might, but the only window that you guys saw was that outside door that you guys were going to breach by, and then that was it. There was no, like I said, it was oppressive in there. There was no airflow. There's nothing. To get any kind of the smell or anything out. So those are the that's what you guys have seen. You saw no firearms, no guns. So, and given the fact what these guys are used for, that kind of makes sense. You're going to wrap up at that point. We'll bring it to a close tonight. You guys are able to get into position. So if you want to put yourselves on the map before we exit out, as to so Sam, you're in your spot. Miss Gray, yep. Sally Sue, you can stay where Saval. So you're firing that way, or you okay? So you're gonna do that. Okay, so you guys are gonna crossfire that way. Snake, you're with Miss Gray, or you?
Where did
Uh,
Gray go?
Oh,
You're
she's
up
up
I'm
the
in the
opposite corner.
top right corner.
Yeah, I'll go with Gray then.
Okay.
Well, but you need to be the distraction on the far side or even the front side, either the west or south side of the building, so that I can get to this door.
I'll go over with Sam then.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
I will do my
that-
best to resist yours to shoot you in the back.
You.
Hi guys.
I know.
Nailed it.
Hi, boys. Looking for me?
Ow.
The hell?
Please do that at Pathfinder.
I will. I will not bring up butt plugs. I will try to get the whoop in there some way, shape, or form.
I know
I
that's gonna be hard.
So I'm not
Yeah.
bringing that part up. I don't know these people, and I'd like to be able to go back again and not be, yeah, Rich. Nope. Sorry, this guy's not allowed back again. Why not? Just butt
Let's not
plugs, and that's all I
scar
gotta
the
say.
GM the first time. Yeah.
So we are going even with the plan and everything like that, we'll say a flat 250 for everybody.
Everybody leveled up.
Everybody level up. Okay.
Oh, did we? 800.
I'll wait for
Wait, are
the
you
official
sure?
numbers from Sam.
I feel like
Oh.
we're
Yeah, I
Short.
think we did.
like 50 points.
No, we leveled up. It's 1791.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
No.
we can-
Raise your stats and get your hit points and everything like that. Don't pick your feats. Make note that you have to pick that after the fight.
Okay.
So
Alright.
since we are going into something right now,
So we can level up what?
you'll get you'll get whatever hit points you get from leveling up. You'll get whatever skill points that you get from leveling up. Your perks, your feats. You can pick those. You can get that after this particular fight.
Okey-dokey.
Okay.
Or 14th.
14th.
14th. We are gonna go for the Friday. That's okay with everybody.
Yep, that's fine.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
I'd rather do the Friday. Yeah,
No, I appreciate it, guys.
yeah, and I'd rather do the Friday than the Sunday.
Oh no, I couldn't do the Sunday either. That's kind of tough for me.
Our love story on February 14th is going to be taking people out.
Yeah, there you go.
It seems
We have
about
our
right.
first Valentine's Day episode.
Valentine's Day Massacre.
There you see.
On it.
I think
Fallout
that was an actual
Valentine's.
event in history.
Be a thing.
There you go.
How romantic.
Hmm.
Dan, would you like to take us out?
This podcast, as the West was brought to you by Galaxy Radio and our sponsor.
Oh,
Now with butt plugs.
that was so choppy.
Bones.
Yeah, that was super choppy.
Okay, let's try this again. This broadcast
Nope.
of As the Wasteland Burns was brought. Still? What? Huh?
Good.
Go.
Of As the Wasteland Burns was brought to you by Galaxy News Radio. Oh, building the future today. I have no clue if that's actually the Robco slogan.
Butt plugs.